Okay, yeah, another unboxing. Now we're back to kicks this time. There's the box we're gonna open. Last time out it was clothes. We're back to kicks again. And this is yet another trade. So I mentioned before, Trade Luck, they had discount. So I got a couple of different trades done this month. And this is the second one. So the first one was the pair of 85 high Georgetowns that I showed you a couple of videos ago. This is a very different shoe. Actually also a blue shoe, but that's about the only similarity. So before I open the cardboard, so I've just ripped off so you don't have my delivery address on here, but before I open the box, the shoe box is damaged. I'm very aware of this already. It was part of the DMs I was talking to about the guy who owned them. But I was happy to do this trade because basically I gave up my pair of Chinatown MX1s, which I paid 130 bucks retail for. The current value of this shoe is about 355 all in. So I was like very happy to, trade up 130 bucks worth, plus like a $20 trade fee. So 150 bucks I essentially paid for this. So the way I see it, I've saved myself $200, and I think $355 for these felt like borderline unjustifiable. So for me, again, it's like how do you get what you want by putting a bit more effort in and ultimately getting it. So there is some water damage. I see water, some liquid damage on the box. I obviously, and you can see it here, I obviously, like anyone else, I prefer a box that's not damaged, but for me, as long as the box I can actually sit in a stack of 3, I really don't care. So I'm like, no box, not happening. Damaged box, maybe. And this one fell inside that thing of maybe. So here, once I pull that away, you can almost certainly see what pair this is, or at least you can see the brands involved. If you're not an Asics aficionado, you might not kind of know too much about this. If you are, then you definitely do, because in terms of the colorway, a huge pair. So you can see the water damage here. I mean, it's actually on the back end, like for the most part. This is what you're going to see in the stack. I don't know if there's any way to get rid of this. I might Google it and see. I don't know, but I honestly really don't care. And actually in my stacks, I tend to put a picture of the shoe somewhere on the box. I'll just like pin it, so I might actually just put it across here and kind of block this mark anyway. So enough lollygagging into the kicks. So as you can see here, the Salmon white Lyte 5 TTS, which is what I've been going in Asics recently. And yeah, so this is the salmon toe colorway that Ronnie Feig recently did. As you can see on here, you have the Kith branding. So it's for the anniversary of the Lyte 5. He has used the salmon toe colorway, which is what is the salmon and white, which was a huge colorway for the Lyte 3. Those pairs now, I want to say, cost over $1,000 in my size. I've mentioned before, size 12, only superseded by size 13 in terms of costs. They are really expensive, and I'm definitely not spending $1,000. So here's a trade block. Get rid of that. Packaging, it's pretty immaculate, as it always is with Kith. These are DS, so they will be touching my dining table. I'm just going to get everything out so you can see it all, because they tend to move a lot of stuff around in transit. There's just some paperwork inside there, just reading what that is. I think that's everything in terms of like what was in here. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so here's the box paper. Nothing special, there's absolutely nothing about that. I'm going to close this lid and I'll pop these kicks on top here so you can see everything. Yeah, that's good. So, okay. So the first thing, tote bag. Do love a tote bag with a pair of kicks. Never ever use them. Not a tote bag, sorry, a dust bag. Never ever use them, but they're good to have, I guess. One thing I really loved about this, the kind of packaging that they did, was this as well. So you have like a little pin, and that is super cool. I'm gonna put that inside there. So just working through the shoe. I'm gonna get the box out of the way. So it's taken up a lot of space. Put this on here. So if you see the colorway, the reason obviously, or the obvious reason it's called the salmon toe, is the whole toe is this kind of salmon pink. Working through the back half of the shoe is in the navy that we saw with the gel Lyte 3s. And with the gel Lyte 3s, so they had a 1.0 and a 2.0. The 1.0 had the white midsole, and then they reissued it as the 2.0 with a navy midsole. For me, it sounds like a really small thing. I just hate dark midsoles on sneakers. So the only really obtainable version of the gel Lyte 3 comes with a midsole I really don't like. And I'll be honest here, if this midsole was navy, I probably would have passed on these as well. It's one of those things, if you're a sneakerhead, you get it. If you're not, it sounds like fucking crazy talk. And I totally understand why that would seem like crazy logic to someone else. But yeah, it is what it is. Can't imagine it any other way. Right, I'm gonna pull these out. So a bunch of spare laces that these came with. Oh, and actually also once I'll pull these out, I will show you the insole. It's just a kind of simple navy insole, Asics and Kith branding inside there. So you have a bunch of different laces, a pair of salmon laces, a pair of grey laces, white, and then the ropes. I generally tend to love rope laces in Asics. I don't really like them in many other, or if any other. So I don't think this pink really matches particularly well, so they're out. It's gonna be either the OGs or one of these two. And I'll probably typically try all three and have a wear in each of them and see which one I prefer. There's nothing like a wear test for knowing what you really like on something. I generally tend to use that as the best way to kind of figure out what I like on any kick. So yeah, outsole, navy and white, pretty simple. Just in terms of like the materials, this suede at the back here is very buttery. It's very nice. It's basically throughout the entire shoe is this buttery suede. It's awesome. And yeah, they get relaced as well. I'm not really sure if there's a huge amount extra to go through. But yeah, that is the pair in all of their glory. Yeah, I'm very impressed, I have to say, on first viewing. They're very nice indeed. And this is actually going to be the only pair of 5s in my collection, so who knows, this might start a new trend for me. Yeah, over and out.